to Deadlands Dime Novels, The Adventures of Young and Holt, Issue 1, The 310 to Worthington. I'm your narrator, Ernest Wick, intrepid reporter for the Tombstone Epitaph. In this issue, our heroes find themselves in the city of Albert Lea, Minnesota, but not for long. They aim to catch the train out of town, but before they do that, however, they get a chance to meet a few folk, play some cards, and deal with a rather surly loser. Once they get on the train, the trouble begins, but we'll save the whats and the whys for you to discover. Oh, one last note for you Deadlands purists out there. Our intrepid marshal, God bless his heart, makes a slight faux pas in regards to the eventual route of the train. Now, don't let that color your opinion of things. He's got plans to fix it all up later. Now, let's see where they're at.
Let's go ahead and let's draw our legend chips. You guys definitely should draw first.
I mean, our bennies.
Your bennies.
So you get
I'm sorry, legend chips.
You get 3, I get 2.
Correct. Yeah. So Porter, you get 3. And then Joshua, you get but 2. And to make you feel any better, the marshal himself only gets 2. Got a white. Ooh, and a green. And you got 2 whites and green. That's
right.
Very nice. So you guys actually drew pretty well. So green in this case is blue.
Yeah, green is blue.
Oh, green is blue.
Yeah.
Oh, green is blue, yeah.
Yeah.
So I only get 2. The marshal just gets 2 whites.
That turned out great for us.
No red.
All right, so you guys find yourselves in the, or you've been here for some time. Here's just a lovely little visual aid there to kind of help set a little mood there. In the town of Albert Lea, Minnesota. It's in southern Minnesota. It is a, you've been here, of course, we established you've been here for some time. Probably at least, I would say, coming up on about 3 weeks. Is that what we decided? All right. It's a small logging town. Logging and farming primarily. Maybe about actual population in the town, probably no more than 200 souls. When you bring in the exteriors and the tent camps and everything else, and the logging crews that come through here, it probably doubles in size. Within this past week, it has actually gotten much larger because a significant influx of maybe about to the tune of about 25, 35 odd or so people have come in. These are prospectors who you've learned, whether through talking with them or through just sheer observation, they're on their way to making their way to Deadwood. And there seems to be, there's a lot of ghost rock mining going on there, and they are looking to strike it rich. Make me, just for the hell of it, make me a notice roll in that regards.
Did those explode?
The 6 does explode. So we got a 10 and 4. All right. Porter, you can tell maybe about 10 to 20% of these guys probably are first-timers. They're literally mining virgins in that sense that they look a little bit ill-equipped, not quite ready to handle this. Joshua, you're probably thinking that percentage is closer towards 50. That these folks, they just plumb don't look prepared. And
all that new mining gear.
Odds are, if the stories and things that you've heard about Deadwood are true, these folks will probably be dead within their first week out there. But stranger things have happened. That's for sure. As far as like we've established, you guys have been doing some odd jobs, gambling a little bit to pay some debts. Porter, you've kind of been a little bit not on the run. You've been taking it back a little bit easy because you beat a couple of gentlemen at cards about 4 or 5 days ago. You beat them fair and square, as far as you're concerned, unless you wanted to have cheated.
I beat them as fair and square as far as they know.
As far as they know. All right.
That's the best type of fair and square. That's right. Write that note down.
Yep. These two gentlemen, and as far as they've said they're just friends. Theodore and Alexander, or Ted and Alex, as they said that you could call them when you're at the table. They weren't too convinced that you beat them fairly. They claimed that you were cheating, couldn't prove it, and at the time that they were getting a little irate, they backed down. The sheriff happened to be in the saloon. He wasn't obviously going to be having none of that. So they backed down, but they've either verbally threatened you in the street, or not so much like we're going to kill you, but it's more along the lines of, that money's not yours, Porter, and you know it. If you were a good, upright man, you just give it back and settle things fair and square. But we swear, by the time that you leave town here, that money's going to be ours, as it should be. So they might holler that and give you those kinds of threats, but they haven't acted on them yet.
They're going to keep rounding you, Porter. How are you going to handle that?
Right now, I just hurry on to my destination. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, so?
They're bigger than me.
You know, Colt made all men equal.
Says the man with the Colt.
I'm willing to loan it to you.
Could hit the broadside of a barn.
The town has been getting ready, because the train does come through here every few weeks or so, and everyone's referring to it as the 310 to Worthington, just because the train happens to leave at 310. And it's coming up here in the next day or so. The logging crews have been bringing in the lumber and kind of stacking it, waiting for the train to arrive. The miners have showed up because this train does carry passengers as well. The general route that it's going to take, it's going to go here, then it's going to go to Worthington, and I'm going to pull up my map.
What are you cackling about over there?
You already bought you a ticket, didn't you?
No.
Mm-hmm. I know that look. You used that look on me when you had a pair of 2s and I had 8s. I lost that hand.
You lose a lot of hands. Now I'm checking to see if you have any gloves on.
Basically, the train goes from Albert Lea, makes a stop in Worthington, then it'll make a stop at Sioux Falls, and then it eventually continues westward on the way to Deadwood. The train ride itself from Albert Lea to Worthington isn't that far, but only maybe a few hours. But yeah, so people are kind of getting ready for that. The train is expected to arrive actually the following day. It's going to take them about a good day or two to load everything up, and then 3:10 in the afternoon that following day, they will leave. Now, I don't want to assume that you have bought a ticket to leave, but
it might be in my best interest to buy a ticket.
Possibly, perhaps, yes.
Possibly.
What about you, Joshua? How are you feeling about all this?
Joshua's going to go buy a ticket because he knows Porter's already bought a ticket as a way to leave town, and Porter's not one to probably say goodbye. So
I just vanished from the night.
He's going to be on the train and surprise Porter, and he's hopefully going to have a car where he can load his horse.
Okay. Well, how much money you got there?
Oh, I'm running low. Alcohol's expensive. I only got $18 on me.
$18. The ticket. Oh, goodness gracious, they do it per mile. All right. I have not time for math. The train ticket probably if you're just going to go head on to Worthington, is going to cost you only maybe about, let's just say about $3.
Okay.
Now, to stow your horse, that's a different matter entirely, sir. The horse charge is going to be an additional $3. I hope that's okay.
That'll work.
All right.
I'll throw in an extra 50 cents for some extra hay around the horse's feet.
Oh, let me make a note of that. He kind of dips his, does the pen on the tongue thing. And all right. And the name, sir?
The name on that will be Joshua Young.
Joshua Young. All right, he gets his little stamper and okay. Just make sure that you show the here's your ticket. You show the porter. He'll take care of getting your horse in the proper cargo car. But everything should be just fine there, then, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Most welcome. And you went and bought a ticket as well, or did you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And is it just you traveling?
Of
sir?
course.
All right. And the name on the ticket?
Porter Holt.
Porter Holt. Any additional? Are we just going to Worthington then, sir?
That's right.
Oh, okay. All right. What did I say the cost was in that? $3? $3. All right. That'll be $3.
No problem.
Oh, excellent. Good, sir. Good. All right. Oh, it should be. We're almost full. All right. Is there anything in particular that either of you would like to do before we begin?
Before we get on the train?
Before we possibly get on the train.
Okay. No, I've got a backpack. I'm just going to load it up with my stuff. And...
Okay. The train has shown up. They spend most of the rest of that day and then into the next day loading it up. Porter, make me a... What kind of social skills do you have besides... Well, notice isn't a social skill, I guess. But besides
notice, taunt, streetwise, stealth shooting, gambling, guts, spellcasting.
Make me a streetwise, Porter.
5.
5. All right. So it's about noon.
All the good stuff happens in there.
Yeah. By the way, we're in July.
So it's hot
It's
and
hot
noon.
and noon. And where are you right about this time of the day, Joshua?
Keeping an eye on him because I know trouble's coming.
Where are you at this time of the day, Porter?
I'm probably... Because I'm assuming there's some sort of saloon where the gambling most takes place.
Absolutely.
I'm probably not gambling because at this point, I'm just looking at my looking at my watch, looking at the clock, looking at the sun, just kind of sitting around and waiting for the time to pass. Figured public place can't do too much to me, right?
So you're at the depot then?
Oh no, I'm at the saloon waiting for the.
Okay. All right. The saloon, by the way, is known as Gentry's Number 5 Saloon. There's a number of people in here because either people who are eating their lunch or just kind of taking their midday siesta/respite. You do notice, because there's no need for you to make a roll on this one, that both Ted and Alex are in here. They do seem to be working hard at the bottle that they're on, and you can't pick up the conversation because the piano player is playing a little bit loud, and there's a good ambient noise going on here, so it's a little bit tough to kind of hear things. But every once in a while, you'll see one of them kind of turn at the other and kind of raise his hand, and then the other, Alex, he kind of puts his hands up and he kind of, he looks like he's trying to calm them down, but they kind of just, that happens maybe once every couple of minutes or so.
Yeah. I'm nervously looking at the clock at this point.
Foot tapping.
Yeah.
You make me a notice roll. Actually, for this, you do have to make a notice roll.
I can.
Sweet.
3.
3. All right. Actually, you know what, Joshua, you're sitting at the same table with him?
You can if you want.
Are you at the bar or are you at a table?
I'm not buying anything, so I'd be at a table.
All right.
You're actually sharing. Whether you're sitting there or not, there's 2 open. Well, there's 2 other seats, but they are actually taken up by 2 miners who are on their way to Deadwood. And so they both have kind of got, because like today's the day the train's leaving, so they both got their packs like sitting right next to them, and they're just kind of scooping up their last good meal.
That's a point. Probably bought a meal.
Okay,
that'd probably be a good point.
I'll be drinking my meal at the bar.
All right,
watching what's going on.
All right, go ahead and make me a notice roll there, Joshua. Let's see what you pick up.
5.
5. Are you looking for things in general, or are you looking for Porter in particular?
Porter in particular. Keeping an eye on him.
All right. A couple times during the course of the hour, the lunch hour, you do notice that Ted turns and just kind of glares over in Porter's direction. He's just, he's sitting there, he's talking with Alex, and then they might turn back and they'll take a couple of shots, but then Ted will just kind of turns.
And what's he got holstered?
He does have a gun holstered, that is for sure. As far as what type of gun it is, that actually, you may not have had the chance to notice it up close. But so let's go ahead and do another general notice check to see if you can puzzle out which kind of weapon this is.
How about a 9?
A 9 is actually pretty good.
You know your guns.
Yeah. It looks like he's got a Colt Peacemaker. One of the miners looks at you. So what brings you out here then? Because you certainly ain't dressed like you're a miner, and you don't look like a logger either. So what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just I'm out to see my cousin out in the west.
Oh, where's he at?
He's actually out in Worthington. I stopped here waiting for the train to come back.
Oh, interesting. Oh, see, so you're going out there for family, huh?
Yep.
Oh. Huh. So where are you from originally then there, son?
I'm up from more up north, around Minneapolis.
Oh, all right. Me and Jim here, we're from a little bit further out east, just outside Chicago.
Oh yeah.
So we're heading. We've kind of been saving up, and we're thinking that if we can get a good claim out in Deadwood and get ourselves some Ghost Rock, we can get in on some good money, because we both got family back home,
So why this claim? Why not any other claim?
We got it from it was a land agent in Chicago, and this food's not too bad. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. It was from a land agent in Chicago, and he sold us these two claims. And they're both adjacent to him, and we thought the two of us could work it together here. So, and like I said, I got my wife back home. She's actually expecting her second. Hopefully, we can get enough here and go back and take care of her, because the things that I was doing up there just wasn't quite paying the bills. You know what I mean? So, but we'll keep. We're going to try. Yeah. So you say you got a cousin.
That's right.
What do they do?
I'm not too sure. That's part of the reason I'm going out there.
Oh.
Because, we get these letters, and they're talking about how great they're doing out there, but I know my cousin.
Oh.
He's a liar.
Oh. So you think he might be in a little bit of trouble, perhaps?
I don't know if it's trouble so much as, you want to keep an eye on your family and make sure they're doing okay. And when he talks about how well he's doing, if it's all true, great. Then I'll have a fun time out there. But if it's not true, I just want to make sure he's doing all right.
All right, so it's more concern than anything else.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that makes you a good man. That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, family's important. You gotta take care of them, because sometimes they can't take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Huh. You can eat that. You gonna finish off that biscuit?
No, you can have it.
Oh, you're most kind of there, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I'm going to make my way over to the table with Porter. Drop down another couple of dollars for a bottle.
I see him coming over.
Is there going to be a game tonight?
I don't think so.
Aww. Feeling under the weather? Feeling alright?
No, I'm okay.
The other guy kind of perks up Jim. He says, "Well, what kind of game are you talking about?"
I pull out a deck of cards.
Oh, well, he kind of leans. What time is the clock tower? Oh, it's only. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's barely 1 o'clock. We got some time if you play.
Oh, I
Jim,
always.
you don't want to. You only got this so much. You don't want to be losing it. I'm not going to lose. What if we get a little bit more? And if you think you can do it, I know I can do it. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to play with you gentlemen. Will you play too, old man?
Oh, I like to play, especially, I guess, there ain't going to be a game tonight.
No, it's not.
Huh.
No, you guys normally play at night.
Mm-hmm. The sun goes down. Not much else you can do.
I suppose. Well, of course, I'm not going to be here, though. We're heading out on the train.
So. Oh, yeah. See all the gear.
Absolutely. On our way to Deadwood.
First steak, huh?
They kind of give like nervous glances, and then the other guy says, or the first guy says, "Oh, what? You a miner then?"
Oh, I used to have a girl who was a prospector.
Oh,
did you?
She was a sweet drink of water. Didn't work out well. I guess I was too much trouble for her.
I think you like liquor more than water anyways.
To answer your question, sir, yes, this is our first claim. I'd like to think that we are heading into this feeling pretty prepared. But if you have any advice or points of experience that you could offer in our direction, we would be most grateful for that.
I'm going to look them over,
Okay.
see if they're packing anything. Got 5.
Packing anything in regards to
Heat.
it looks
Personal defense.
It looks like you don't see any weapons on the first guy.
They have a mining pick.
They have, I mean, beyond like looks like he's got like a knife or something like that. Jim looks like he has a weapon on his side. It is clearly, you can tell it's not. It's holstered for function, not for immediate use.
Gotcha.
So it's holstered so it won't fall out, as opposed to having to grab it.
My advice would be to get you another one of those.
Oh, what do you think? There's not trouble here in the city in Albert Lea.
No. Deadwood though.
Oh, well, we did hear it was a bit on the rough side, but yeah.
Stake a claim out there, and if you succeed in getting whatever you're trying to mine for, copper, silver, gold. You got claim jumpers. There's a lot of people that like to prey on, so that would be my advice to you. That and a steady hand to shoot straight. Been trying to convince Porter here he needs to get one because he doesn't carry either.
Yeah. Well, but he's not a miner. He's just going out to see family. He said he's heading out to Worthington to go see family.
He's heading out to Worthington, huh?
That's what I believe he said, right?
Huh. Guess that didn't come up in our card game yesterday.
Oh, didn't want to break the mood we had going.
Alright. Well, we're going to miss you around here, Porter.
Some people more than others.
You know who else is going to miss you?
No, who?
Ted and Alex over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You should probably go over and say hi before you leave.
That's all right. I think they'll be good.
When he said Ted and Alex over there, and you looked, were you actually looking in their direction?
Yeah, I glanced over there.
Okay. Just so that it's one of those situations where you're looking and then Ted turns to look at you, but you look away just, it's one of those things where you're not quite sure if you turned away in time and then maybe you made eye contact or he saw that you were looking at him. So it's one of those types of things. Then Jim says, well, he doesn't look like he's a friend of yours. He's kind of glaring at you.
Yeah, they don't like me.
Yeah. Can't please everybody, right?
No, that's right.
So have you been into Deadwood then, sir?
I've been all over.
Have you? Recommendation, another pistol or a rifle?
Yeah, one sidearm for the both of you. That's not going to be enough.
I see.
You at least need one each.
Sure.
Because it's not like you can share.
Well, I suppose, well, you make a good point. Well, maybe, I know that we're stopping, I think, in, the train stops in Sioux Falls. We might have a chance to pick something up there and come in prepared.
There you go.
Told you should have borrowed your father's.
Fortune favors the prepared.
Well,
You gotta be ready.
not by means of insult, but You look like someone who has been around for a while, so I would imagine.
Beard.
What's it?
Is the beard?
Yes. Yes, it's the beard.
You can say he's old.
Well, I don't want to cause the man any heartache if it's a sensitive subject. I know for some people, most of the women folk, it can be a little bit of a touchy issue. I don't want to. I don't mean to be mean.
Did he just call you a woman?
I think you might have just been calling me a woman.
No, sir. No, that was.
I'll lean back and just kind of.
No, sir. I definitely did not. That was not what I was trying to say. And can we get another bottle over here for the gentleman?
All right. That's a good test for Deadwood, and you just passed.
Wow. He shovels the rest of his food in, and Gentry comes over and drops another bottle off, and he pulls out a couple of that one's on me. Well, we best be going. It's been a pleasure. We've been.
Wait, you're leaving so soon? What about the cards?
Yeah, I think we should probably. Well, I mean, I've got some time. If you would like to play a little bit of card,
I would be happy to play a little bit of card. I'm going on the same train you are, it sounds like.
Yeah, well, we definitely have some time.
Oh, we're going to have to kind of keep it low stakes because I'm getting a little down there. So I pull out $10.
Jim kind of takes a few off his roll. I can match that. Yes, I think we can do just fine with that.
Sure.
You're probably like...
It's not that much. It's only 56.
Okay.
This is literally the last $10 of my name.
Nice. All right. So here's what we'll do. I gotta agree. The look on these cards is fantastic.
I know. It's great.
These are just phenomenal. Remind me to take a photo of these afterwards and arrange them in some nice looking hand that none of us would ever get.
Yeah, that I hope that I get later on.
Exactly.
I'm glad I picked up Card Sharp.
What does that do for you?
It makes it a -2 for anyone trying to notice I'm using hexes.
Nice.
And it also means they can't be caught cheating unless I roll double ones.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, where did you get these from?
Amazon.
Oh, you just ordered them right off Amazon?
Yeah, just ordered them right off Amazon. By the way, they're marked cards. I have no idea how, but they are marked.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
I could not find one that is not marked. Like, I bought this other pack. They don't look near as good, but they're unmarked.
Interesting. These are marked cards.
I have no idea how they're marked. So, and honestly, it doesn't matter much for Fate because we're not usually dealing out hands.
Apologies, that rot gut goes right through you.
Yeah.
But I got room for that other bottle now.
That's quite all right. Okay. How long have you been drinking?
Well, what time is it?
It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
That would be at least 2 hours.
2 hours. All right. How long do you think?
Oh, I thought he was going to say. I thought he said, "How is he asking how old you are?" Is that
how long have I been awake?
I'd probably sleep in after a long night.
Your alcohol tolerance level. Where do you? I mean, do you generally try and keep a good buzz going, or do you like to try and push it, or do you just not care and you just like to consume until you fall over?
No, I would probably try to keep a buzz going because not only am I addicted to the stuff, but it helps me with my gout and my leg there that's kind of messing up on me.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so for the first hand,
Buzz gambling is drunk gambling.
Okay, so let's do it. Wait, actually, I probably should read the gambling skill maybe before I go make up my own bullshit
It's just
rules.
dice rolls.
Is it really?
Lowest pays the highest. The difference between the dice roll, and then second lowest pays the second highest.
Oh, you should do an aspect like the gunslinging rules where you get a hand, everybody gets 2 cards, and then you get an extra card based on your grit, and then you have the 3-card river out there and you try to make your best hand.
Well, then then we have to use the gambling skill too. Otherwise,
right. Well, so here's what I was thinking: is that we'll deal out 5 cards to every player, which in this case is just 3. Make your gambling roll. If you're successful, you can get an additional card, and if you get a raise, you can get 2 additional cards, and then you try to make the best hand of what you've got.
Okay.
Now, and if you want to cheat,
I'm absolutely going to cheat.
okay,
in the rules, cheating is just +2 to the roll,
okay,
so that
perfect. Yeah.
makes it easier to raise. And stuff
okay.
like that.
But we can do the dice, or we can just
No, we can
Either
totally
way.
deal out. That's
all
fine.
right.
I like the cards, though. They're fun.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. All right. And then everybody, do you want to start off low stakes? So just like this first hand's like $1? Or do you want to?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So go ahead and make your gambling roll.
Okay. We roll a lot of those. So what's a raise?
Raise is getting it to 8.
Okay. I got 7.
Yeah.
I got 7 too.
So out of all of those cards, just try to make your best hand. Do you want to, here, before we go to reveal, do we want to throw a wrinkle in here? Because right now everybody's in for $1.
Indeed.
Now, we could throw in $1 more each, and then we reveal, assuming like we're sticking around with the hand, or you could just fold and then just lose that $1. It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you guys as players if you want to do that. If you want to throw in for $1 more.
If you do a raise, do we need to make another gambling roll for another card?
No.
Can we, like actual poker rules, can we essentially check it on to the next person until someone raises? It's like, if no one raises, I want to be in. But if, so I'll say, check to him. If he doesn't raise, and then you decide not to raise, then we all show our cards. But if I check, and then he raises, and then you say, well, I'm going to match it, and then I'm going to say, no, I'm out.
Okay.
That's
I can be down with that.
Okay, so
I'm going to check. Go ahead.
I got a pair of 5s. I'll raise it out.
Jim is in for $1, and he raises an additional $1.
Okay, so that's 3.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's 3.
Okay.
3 total, per player.
Here's my pair of 5s.
Pair of 5s. Well, that's pretty good. It's pretty good there, sir. But unfortunately, it's not going to beat my 3 kings.
Oh, God. Yeah, my pair of 7s doesn't help that pair of 5s, does it?
No, it does not. Actually, in this case, it doesn't. That was really well role-played. I feel like I should let you win at that point. So you only lose 1.
That's right.
But you lose 3. Okay. All right. So you get kind of through that first round, and like you're playing maybe with coins. So I mean, this is like a couple of hands. I'll take your cards here as well. So maybe about 40 minutes has passed, and you kind of feel, Porter, you feel a presence kind of walk by you. It comes around, and then you realize as soon as it comes into sight, because it's walking around to the open chair, it's Ted. He kind of stands across from the table. Looks like you've got 1 seat open. Mind if I sit down and play? Oh, I don't have any problem with it all, says Jim. You're welcome here. As long as you got the money, sir, I think we're good. Oh, of course, my playing companions here, they might have their own opinion. And then Ted says, no, I've played with both of these gentlemen before. Especially this one here. I think,
More the merrier. Have a seat.
Absolutely.
All right.
Always have a good time having you here, Ted.
Yes, it is. So you're just here taking some miner's money. Is that what's happening here, Porter?
No, right now he's taking my money.
Huh. He's got the right of it on that one. I have been indeed taking their money. Nope. But it's all in the up and up.
No one wanted that card anyway.
2 hearts, piece of shit card, nobody cares.
Were you hiding that in your sleeve over there?
I made my best 5-card hand and I set that to the side. Totally forgot about it.
You picked the wrong card to put in your sleeve.
Unless I had 3 more of them.
Ooh.
So when you try and cheat in gambling, so as long as the notice roll beats the
Gambling roll?
the gambling roll.
I thought it was just if you roll a 1 while cheating on either dice,
Okay,
you get caught cheating.
you get caught cheating.
Unless
Perfect.
you're card sharp and I have to roll double ones. So.
All right.
Nice.
Perfect. Actually, you know what? You should be dealing this hand because you're next around the table.
That's set it up for me. I just got... 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Hold on. That's what we get here. It's extra 1 for me.
Oh, that's a 4, though.
That's an extra road, though.
And that's an 8. And 8 and 3 is enough to get 2 cards.
Yeah,
Thank you. 2 cards. All right. No extra cards for Jim. All right, and let's see what Ted gets here. All right, so everybody's in for $1 again?
that is correct.
All right, so technically then, going by what we're doing, Brent, you would get to either bet or check.
Check. I ain't got a pair of 5s this time.
Great poker face.
Just yell out what you have, see if we believe you or not.
I ain't got a pair of 5s. That's awesome.
How you, Ted?
I'm going to check. Well, it puts it over to me, huh? You know, I think I'm feeling lucky today. I'm going to win for $1 more.
Call.
God, I think I'm out. I just got this king, queen, jack, 10 stuff. That won't beat nothing, right?
Horrible.
No. Right. That don't beat nothing, right?
Nothing at all.
All right.
It's like Booger trying to teach Takashi how to play poker in Revenge of the Nerds. Do you really have a 9-10 Jack Queen King there? Oh,
One away.
He's one.
close. Oh my gosh. Ted decides.
Not quite like the...
I'm out. I'm out this hand. This is Ted. Well, You called that, you said there?
What you got?
All right. Well,
You see, what happened was he gave me his pair of 5s.
ooh, well, that's pretty good. My younger brother is apparently with me today because, good sir, I got myself a pair of jacks.
Well, that's good, because I got a couple 4s to go with him.
Well,
Thanks for that one.
all right, looks like it's gonna be yours then. That's well done, well played. All right, you gotta. Ted says, "Well, not yet. I'm gonna go at least one more, right?"
Yeah, I gotta get my money back.
All right. Well,
You know what that's like, Ted, right?
he just kind of glares at you. Did you stick to that whiskey there, old man?
I give him a wink. How's your ma these days, Ted?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Trying to be all social, playing cards, being nice.
Just deal the cards. And Jim says, "Oh, does he know your mother?" Shut up! Is that what you're doing? Yeah. You're like choke laughing. I'll let you draw a Benny out of the thing for that. That was pretty good. Let's deal me something good this time, old man.
Save the good cards for myself.
Take an extra one.
Alright.
Ooh.
Good thing I wasn't cheating, because
Double ones.
I haven't been cheating and been doing all right.
Neither of these guys gets an additional card. Everybody in for $1?
What do you say, Ted?
I'm up first, huh?
Indeed.
Alright. Now put me in for one more. if that's how you feel about it, I'm in for your one as well. And then he stays in. Jim does not raise.
Well, Ted, here's your chance to win your money back. I'm going to raise him.
You're going to raise him another $1?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 4, 3.
It's a 3.
He raised. And
No,
you raised
he
again.
put in
He
one.
didn't raise.
Ted did.
Ted put in
Ted
one.
and me.
Jim
Both
put in
raised.
nothing.
Oh, okay. I'll put in a 1. Stay with it.
Well, it's at $3.
Okay.
So you raised
I'll put in 2 then.
So you raised him 2.
Because he put in the $1 and raised another 1.
Oh, I thought Ted originally raised it
Ted did. He put in
to 2, and then I raised it to 3.
Oh, raised the pot to 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he only put in $1 more.
Oh, you only put in $1 more. Okay.
Ted
Then
only, Ted put in for
then
1.
I'm going to raise it up to 2 per person.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yep. Pair of 6 is better than pair of 5.
I know. Pair of 5's been doing pretty good today.
Ted goes in for 2, and Jim goes in.
Oh, they're all in for 2. It's everyone.
So $8 pot.
All right.
Yeah. Math.
What you got, Ted?
Ace. Well, I hate to break the news to you, there, Mr. Ted. And
He's got a clean house.
hopefully your mom will forgive you, but I got 3 3s on my side.
Oh. That's, beats my pair of kings.
3 3s?
That'd be correct there, sir.
I think that beats my pair of 6s. Because
Oh, yeah.
all I got is like 4 and a 9 and this thing. I don't know what that means.
Ted, it's a wild card, you idiot. That means you beat him.
Oh! $8! I like that.
All right.
5, so that puts me at 64 minus 2 is 60.
So at this point, Alex comes over and it's like, Ted, we should probably go. Shut up! I'm gonna play. We got time for at least one more hand.
You guys going somewhere?
Alex says, "No, he's just
You're going to make it to the card game tonight, though, right?
he needs to sleep some of this off here."
But you're going to be back tonight for the card game, right, Ted?
He shut up! I'm gonna finish this hand and it. We'll talk about it later. Just Alex, just go sit your butt back down at the bar. Just shut up.
Sounds like the card game tonight is going to be boring.
Well, Jim says, I don't know. Maybe I'm rethinking about going. This is
Pretty lucrative for
this
you.
is actually I'm doing all right. I mean, I don't fancy myself a card player, but I do enjoy it. But just shut up and deal the cards, would you? Damn frickin' minor! You don't even look like a minor.
Well, you're the one dealing, Ted.
Damn it! Ted takes another drink. Can't damn see straight.
2 extra cards.
2 extra cards. All right.
No extra cards.
Is there multiple raises? Does it bump up more?
No.
Oh, damn. I would have had that.
Oh, would you really?
I got a 13
Oh,
this
jeez.
time.
Actually, for this we should, because that's normally not for damage. It doesn't, but for this it seems appropriate that it should. None for you there, Joshua?
None for me.
So that's his. Ted, what do you got in your hands? All right. All right, Jim. Here, you know what? You know what we should do here?
What?
Since you're going with chips, we should all have some chips. We can make this. We can follow this easier
That's why I originally got them out.
rather than trying to do shitty math. We should.
We can use the black ones since they're not being used for anything.
Perfect.
So you got 2 people.
I do. All right. So everybody's in for 1. Jim decides to throw in for 1 more.
boy, since our last hand, add $5 to it.
The pleasure of playing with you, gentlemen. Jim just kind of folds.
$5?
$5.
I'm up 3, I think. That'll only cost me 2.
You just made 8, so I think you're okay.
Yeah. And I got my free bottle of booze, thanks for that.
He's getting up and he's putting his pack up. You're welcome, sir. We're going to go out and wait for the train to go. Have yourself a good day.
Thank you.
We'll see you. Maybe we'll see you in Worthington.
Absolutely.
And then Ted just kind of.
That was 2 people.
Well, he already knew. I've said it a couple times.
Yeah, but he's been drinking all day.
Yeah, there's that too.
And for 5, huh? Oh, you heading out of town, huh? And all that money you think you can go just run off like that? I'm sorry, I need one more chip.
Oh, do you?
I'm in for 5. I'll call that bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, would you like me to go first?
Well, he folded, so that would mean you're next.
Okay. Well, how about a flush?
Well, I got this ace thingy.
Ted's like, oh my gosh, what the hell is he doing?
And you said this is a wild card, so I win when I play them, right?
No, it's pretty close.
It just helps
though.
you.
Oh, okay. Well, I just had that then. Pair of aces.
Ted just kind of glares at you and just throws his cards down. Oh, damn it! He's just kind of seething.
Oh, what we got here?
I need all your money on that. That's not your fair money.
I believe it is my fair money.
No, I know you cheated. There's no way you could do that. And look at you. You don't even look like you even hardly know how to hold a hand of cards, much less play it.
Well, look at you. If I can't hold a hand of cards, why do you keep playing? Well, I'm going to taunt him.
Okay. He has to use this with his spirit.
Ooh. That's 6.
He pushes back from his chair and he kind of like sputters a little bit, and so he's got like a little bit of spit coming out of his mouth. And he's just, you could see his face just begins to get visibly red. Both of you make me a notice roll.
You may notice I get a little brazen when I'm gambling. Notice.
5?
5.
All right. You can definitely see this. Well, you can both see it because he had pushed himself back.
Ooh, 80 ball.
He looks like he's making the stand and he's going to reach for his pistol.
I'd rethink that too.
It's just a card game, fellas.
He like looks at your whiskey, then he looks up at you. Card game that you cheated at.
I never cheated.
His hand is kind of just hovering just above.
I'm going to actually knock the deck of cards down onto the ground. As I'm ready, I'm just going to kind of knock out. Oh. I'm going to pull out my Derringer out of my boot while I'm down there.
Okay.
And the cards, obviously.
What are you doing, Joshua?
I'm tickling my let's see, which one would I be tickling right now?
Also, I'm going to point it at him underneath the table. Just rest it on my knee. No problem.
Tickling the handle of mercy.
Does it say mercy on the grip by any chance?
No.
Okay.
It's just one of the star revolvers.
Gotcha. Kind of like looks around.
You know, getting shot will make you late for whatever you got going on later.
Kind of glares at you again. Sticks a finger out. This ain't over. This ain't over by a long shot.
It probably is.
You make another taunt roll. His face just
Yeah,
gets,
sure, I'll make another top roll. I'm the one that's already drawn my gun.
just gets redder.
Hey, there's a 5.
He puts his hands up and just slowly stands. Have fun in Worthington. He just kind of turns and walks. He almost takes like a couple little stagger steps as he heads out the bar. And you hear him yell, "Alex, where the hell are you?" Just slowly kind of walks down the street.
Oh my god! Can I have some of that?
Slide the bottle over to him.
My hand's shaking.
It might be wiser to taunt someone if you got a gun to back it up.
I don't have a very good poker face outside of poker.
What are we gonna do with you, boy?
All right.
You have a gun. You're faster than him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
but he would have pulled down on you.
Yeah, but you would have shot first.
Maybe I would have let him shoot you before I shot him.
Well, why would you do
He was
that?
throwing down on you.
Why would you do that when I'm giving you another bottle of liquor?
Oh, well. I definitely would have shot him first.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Nice.
I made some good money out of that. $21.
You know what? I'm back to the $10 I started with.
Not bad either. Not bad. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You hear the conductor yelling the standard "all aboard!" All aboard! The lumber's been loaded. The other cargo, because of course this is a farming community as well, has also been loaded. The passengers are getting loaded onto the train, as opposed to some of our player characters who are getting loaded during the day.
I'll sling my saddlebags that have been over the back of the chair, pick up the rifle that's leaned up against the wall, and be like, well, guess I'll see you to the station.
Well, thanks. I'd really not like to be shot in the middle of the street.
Just in case Ted and Alex are waiting for you.
Yeah.
You did buy me another bottle.
I did.
I'll pick it up and carry it with me.
So you're sticking with him as he...
Yeah, walking into the station.
Okay.
Yeah.
You absolutely, at some point in your journey from the station, from Gentry's to the station, you can absolutely see Ted and Alex. Alex is just kind of looking maybe relieved, maybe guarded. Ted just looks angry, but he's glaring at you the whole way. As he sees... This is a great hat, by the way.
I was going to do this now.
You don't like my derby?
I feel like we should get you a derby.
Yeah, I'm just tipping my hat to Alex.
He kind of gives you a nod back. But yeah, as soon as Ted sees that you're walking with him, he just kind of lets it go, or doesn't do anything. Let's put it that way. He definitely doesn't let it go.
I'm stopping. I'm got my 12 gauge on my back. Do they let you carry guns on the train? I guess?
People absolutely are.
Yeah. I guess I would know that. Well, it was nice meeting you, Joshua. Your tales were amazing. I'm hoping I get to see some of that more interesting stuff. Not as deadly, mind you. More interesting stuff as I go out west.
Sure you will.
Thank you. And thank you for taking care of Ted.
Careful of the suicide windows.
Okay. And I head on in.
There's a drinking car, right?
That is the same passenger car that he just got into, yes.
Okay.
I don't look behind me, obviously. Good luck.
Yep.
I don't even look around. Good luck. Walk right in. Have a seat.
You can find a space. Do you want to try? Do you want to try and find an empty seat, or do you want to?
Yeah, empty seat.
Okay, all right. You can do that. You got in there early enough. The cars are still filling up. What are you gonna do, Joshua?
Just got to shuffle cards in my hand and hang out.
Okay.
I was thinking of hanging out at the little bar area in the passenger car.
Okay.
Until it gets going, and then go find a seat.
All right.
Next to him.
Yeah, I was just like probably next to me.
That's fair. That's fair. The cars the seats are kind of in the. It's arranged where
facing each other.
Yep, they're individual seats, and so you have two looking at two, and then back like that. So.
It's either going to be you or Ted that sits next to me with my luck.
With my luck, Ted's going to be robbing this train.
But within about, sure enough, the conductor and the engineer, they keep things on time. And you look up at the clock tower outside, and you can see it says 3:10. You hear the conductor kind of blow a whistle. And then, sure enough, just the train powers up and heads out on the tracks. Can I get you there, mister? What are you drinking?
Oh, just some rock gut. Something to get the dust out of my throat.
All right.
And you sit.
Okay, well, you just it's a female bartender. She's like, you want you just want a shot, or do you want the whole bottle? I mean, I can give you the cheap stuff here for 50 cents and for the bottle. You do keep yourself under control, right? The conductors like unruly passengers.
I'll flip her $1.
All right.
Grab the bottle and go sit down.
Okay. Hey, you forgot your change.
Give her a wink.
Mighty kind of you.
Go sit down in the seat. I'll be like, guess I didn't find the exit off the train fast enough. Kick back and sit down across from him so I can kick my feet up on the bench.
All right.
That's not how it works.
But I guess it is how it works.
The person there's two people sitting across from you, and so you put your feet up, and like that person just kind of instinctively moves their legs a little bit, and they look irritated for a second, but then your coat kind of flies open, and then they just decide better of it and just kind of go back to.
I'll look up much obliged.
Sure.
So going to Worthington, huh?
I guess. You can get off the train fast enough.
Tickets. Yeah, I got your tickets. All right. Takes your. You there, cowboy? Ticket. Oh, and you got your horse on here. I see.
Yep.
All right.
Did he not get off the train fast enough too?
Nope. He's getting old like me. Doesn't move as fast.
You and you start chugging out of town.
Okay, so how are we set up? You said there was 2 seats.
Yeah.
And they're either facing this. So is there 5 people in here?
No. There's. I mean, there. Well, the all total, there's probably about
in our 2.
in your like, it's like a restaurant booth. So you've got your chair,
right.
And you have 2 seats face this way, and then you've got the 2 seats, and then they face this way. So you're staring at each other, and then they're back to back with seats face this way.
Right, yeah. So I'm sitting here, and he's sitting there with his boots across.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's. Oh, so you're just referring to. You and him, and Joshua, and then.
I'm across from him diagonally.
Oh, okay, all right. So the guy sitting next to you and directly across them from you, he's just kind of he looks. He wears a suit on. He has a bowler hat. Which actually, right, is also it's derby hat, right? He's much dirty. His suit's nice and he's much dirty. Much dirty. That's awesome grammar on my part. He is. Yes. I was that mean dog.
Much dirty, so filthy.
Wow, the dirties. Yeah. His suit is dirtier and a little bit worn. His suit is a bit worn out. Gosh, I'm having a hard time with this guy. And his hat is a little bit dirty, but it's not like there's any dents or anything in his little bowler hat. But he's got the thick handlebar mustache going on. He sits. He's got like a bag in front of him, and then he has a newspaper in front of him as well. He started out. He was like reading it. And once the train, kind of got going, then he kind of folded it and put it down in his lap and kind of nods at you. Are you down with the brim
Yeah,
down?
like I was doing this. I got my bottle kind of here, taking a swig every once in a while.
Nods to the other person who's now sitting really uncomfortable and regretting this decision.
It is a pretty full train, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of this happens a lot. People will they hear about things going on, say like in a town called or a town like Deadwood, and they make their way, doing their best. My experience says most of these people probably they probably won't come back from these things, but I'm not going out to Deadwood. I've been out there a couple of times before. Kind of a rough and tumble kind of place, Yeah. Where were you headed there?
Oh, I'm just headed to the next station.
Oh, going up to Worthington.
Yep.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, so am I, actually, as a matter of fact.
Can I make a check to see if he's nervous?
Sure. It's kind of obvious.
Okay. I wasn't sure, but yeah.
Yeah. His eyes are, kind of dart around a little bit, and he definitely keeps his bag
Has
up.
he been to Deadwood before?
Yeah.
What for? I mean, I've never heard anything good about that place.
No, there's plenty good there. There's plenty good there. I mean, you got to be careful. Of course, the city itself is, like I said, it's a bit rough and tumble. But the biggest danger, really, if you mind your own business, people shouldn't pay too much mind to you. But it's dealing with the Sioux. Some of them savages. They can be quite savage. They definitely don't like it if they don't mind you having your claims, for the most part. If you go off your claim territory, or if you go off your claims boundaries, then there's a problem. Well, for the Sioux. But I'm not a miner by any stretch of the imagination.
Don't moke it.
Well, sure. I deal mostly in business, paperwork, research.
Research?
Yeah, well, just looking up things here and there, and researchers for like university type peoples and learned folks out east. That kind of thing. I guess you could say. And hire my services out for others who might, need certain things. It's been called a law clerk. I guess you could say, maybe in a certain sense. I'm bookish. I like to read a lot.
You get on a lot of trains? Mm-hmm. Have you been on a lot of trains?
Well, sure, yeah. Well, yeah, you got the train's the only safe way out to Deadwood. I mean, you could ride. I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
But yeah, I've taken my fair share of trains in my day. What about yourself?
Oh yeah, I love trains.
Oh, yeah. And they're fun. It's comfort and speed at the same time. I guess you could say.
You can go places you never thought you'd be.
Very true. Very true. And with with the advent of Ghost Rock, it seems like there's always more things that are kind of being discovered every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This gentleman there, he was, I'm assuming he's sleeping, but he was, is he a friend of yours? He talking to you like he knew you?
I was in a layover in Albert Lea, and we met twice.
Oh, okay. Well, so you kind of know each other.
Right.
He looks like he's can take care of himself.
He's quite a character, isn't he?
I've encountered people of his type before.
Oh yeah.
Well, gunmen who have either seen or done things. Maybe some of them regret, or are just good at what they do. I guess
that's not what I make of him.
Not like folks like me and you, for example. You don't look like you're much of a gunslinger.
Yeah.
You don't look like you've got any guns on you, so I guess kind of answers that question.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I figure, why shoot the guy who doesn't have anything on him?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you're shooting, you're still shooting a man.
Yeah.
And killing. Well, I've never done it, but killing's not an easy thing. Well, I didn't get your name.
I'm Porter.
Porter. Derek.
Nice to meet you, Derek.
Derek Ingersoll.
I've not heard that name before. Ingersoll.
Yeah, well, it's my family name. I don't know.
I didn't know if there was some story with it, or...
No, not that I'm aware of, anyway. Not that my father would ever, or mother ever told me, but... So the train kind of continues. The person whose seat you're making, they eventually at one point just finally get disgusted
and leave,
and they get up, and then they and at that particular point in time, like the train just kind of like shakes a little bit like this, and they lose their balance, and so they kind of fall into the. And you kind of
can I try to make a catch?
Oh, the person?
Yeah.
Make me an agility roll.
Ooh!
Oh, heck yeah! How do you catch them? What? Describe it. So the train shakes, and then what happens at that point?
They're getting up. They're trying to move past.
Yes.
And the train shakes. Male, female.
You know what? I'm gonna make this a percentage roll. Let's see. It's female.
Female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as they go to fall, I'll basically put my arm out, and since they're trying to grab probably onto anything they can, they'll grab a hold of my arm, and I'll just pull them in.
Okay.
And she'll probably like end up in my lap.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "Ma'am, while I appreciate the sentiment, there are other seats."
Yes, and that's where I'm trying to find one. You seem your feet seem quite enamored with this one.
Ma'am.
She just kind of confused. She just kind of gets up, and you kind of hear her mutter something like, "Damn, freaking cowboy can't take a hint." She kind of just stomps off.
Not so much a hint as a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know.
After about an hour, because the travel time conductor tells you was going to be about 3 hours to get there.
$1 per hour.
Yeah, it should take about 3 hours for each Worthington. After about an hour, you hear the whistle blow. Derek kind of like jerks his head over and grabs his bag a little bit tighter. And then you hear some familiar screeching. The train is beginning to slow down. And
I realize it's not normal, right?
it shouldn't be normal because the conductor had said at one point it was here to Worthington and that's it. So there should not be any stops along the way. It does indeed, though, come to a complete stop.
Push up the window.
Push up the window.
Just kind of peek out, see if I can see anything.
It's difficult to see from the angle you're at.
Okay. I am looking at it.
What are you doing, Josh?
My hands will move down to my side.
Okay.
I'll undo the little leather thongs on the edge of the holsters.
Okay.
And I'll just keep an eye at the entryway of the car.
All right. The Derek, he's kind of death gripped his bag, and he's got a good hold of his newspaper as well.
I'm going to tell Porter, after you've had a chance to look outside, of course,
Yeah.
I'll give a quick pause. I'll be like, maybe you should sit down and keep an eye on the other door. Click. You know, sticking your head out like that could just make a nasty target.
Well, I just wanted to see if there was a herd of buffalo or something going in front of the train. That does happen from time to time.
Yeah, maybe it's just buffalo.
I didn't see any buffalo.
You didn't? Oh, all right. That's definitely not going to be a buffalo then. What do you think it is? It shouldn't stop, right? There was no other stops. The conductor he had said.
Derek?
He'd only said it was just from Albert Lea to Worthington, right? I mean, that was the next stop, right?
Derek?
You could go ask him, Derek.
I'm going to level with you.
All right.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not that nervous. It's just unusual. Sometimes I get a little.
Derek? Why are you so nervous?
I just get a little motion sickness. That's really kind of all it is. I just didn't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin your suit. The conductor, the engineer, comes in at this point. He says, sorry, folks. A bit of a problem. Looks like there is nothing to be worried about, concerned about. Looks like there is, and you were just so terrain-wise, just so you know, it's you've been traveling between fields and forests, so there'd be large stretches of woods. Might encounter a few farm fields. Large stretches of woods, more farm fields. You recently passed, just terrain-wise, if you were looking out the window, you recently passed a lake not too far back, kind of surrounded by trees, but I mean, you could still tell it was a lake, even though it's surrounded. Right now you're kind of in a patch that's a little bit more farm field and just about to enter into some woodland area. The lake's back a little ways. But anyway, the conductor or the engineer says, very sorry for this. We had to stop. There was some felled trees in front of the tracks. We got some saws. We can take care of this problem, but I'm looking for a few volunteers to come and help clear the logs. Any able-bodied men and women feel the need to come on out and help saw could certainly use your help. Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yep, right, I'll take you right out this way. Thank you again, sir.
Well, I can't help. I could use some fresh air.
Well, if you're not helping, sir, we probably appreciate you staying in the car until we've cleared the debris. If that's all right. Did you want to come and help? You know what? I'm sorry, sir, old timer. You go ahead. You take it. You go ahead. Anybody else? All right. He takes the volunteers out, and you kind of right this way. We got some saws out front. Shouldn't take too long. So they kind of go. Oh, great. Derek kind of gets up and he hangs on his bag and he kind of walks and he's like looking out the other window.
Derek?
Other people, passengers, are starting to look out.
Derek?
Oh, look, Derek's making himself a target now.
You might want to come sit down.
Why do you do something?
Sit down, Derek.
No.
Derek?
He starts, what do you know?
Sit down, Derek.
He looks at you, then he looks over at Joshua. Hey, look.
I'll just look up stuff.
Your eyes twitch. Derek,
I'm not here. He sits down.
Trees don't just fall in front of trains.
I don't want any trouble.
I'm not here. I'm here to help you stay out of trouble.
I give a slight chuckle.
Quiet, you. I've ridden a lot of trains. Trees don't fall in front of trains. That's a good roll.
Yeah, that was a good roll. He looks at you. What do you mean you're here to keep me out of trouble?
I'm just trying to keep you from just pacing up and down the halls. That brings trouble. If you just sit down, maybe the trouble will pass us right by.
All right. Do you guys know something I don't?
Like I said, trees don't fall in front of trains.
I
know we ain't to Wellington yet. All your yammering's not going to let me have a nap.
It's Worthington.
Oh, okay. Worthington.
Why did you buy a ticket to Worthington?
I was drunk. Get over it.
It's good thing I paid for your ticket apparently.
Please draw from the face. I was drunk to get over it.
So, Jared, I've been on a lot of trains. Whenever a tree falls in front of a train, that means someone wanted the train to stop.
A woman who's kind of like.
I'm talking low.
Are you talking low?
Yes, I'm not. Okay. I'm not yelling this out.
Right. Somebody wanted to stop it for a reason.
Panic! Just sit.
All right.
Don't be a target. I'm good at that.
About handling that bag like it's got nitroglycerin in it.
I know.
About 5 minutes passes, and then a couple people still looking out the window on the other side.
I'm not looking out the window anymore.
On the lake side. And then you hear somebody. You kind of hear like how like this gentle like hubbub kind of stuff is like somebody says, what? And then the voices start to rise as people are all starting to begin to talk, and then you start hearing people yell, "What are those? No, those are engines. Are those Sioux? We're too close to Sioux. There's engines coming. They're coming." And the conductor kind of comes running in. He like gives 2 blows from his whistle. He's like, please, people, let's get in the windows. Let's close the windows. We should be fine. They're almost got everything cleared. Yes, there's somebody coming at the train, but please, their best course of action is to stay inside. What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to take off my hat, hand in my hat on my my little gun, just kind of hold it in my lap, and
you're hiding your gun behind your hat.
There's a holster inside my hat.
Nice.
Time to maybe tell a story about the Sioux ain't all bad, and stay on their good side, and be polite and respectful of them, and they'll be good to you. And I can pull out my tomahawk and show it as a this was a gift from, and I'll just spin a little bit of a tale.
All right, go for it. Roll those dice.
5's pretty good.
How do these work again?
That allows you a straight up reroll of the trait roll that you just did. Both dice. You just toss it in the pot and you can re-roll it.
5's really good.
Keep the best of the roll? Or
Yes, whatever. Yeah, if you get better, keep it. And if you get less, you still get the 5.
All right.
All right.
So
So
5.
let's see.
And I think with my telltale,
Yes, you get a bonus to that.
that's a +2 to try to calm people down.
All right.
So that's actually a 7.
Okay. You kind of get it. You have to stand up to do this, and you get everybody's attention, and you start doing this, and they're coming in from the windows and shutting the windows, and you relate your tale. You kind of see as you're doing it, people are starting to kind of take their seats. The conductor's looking at you. He's just kind of giving you a cautious eye at first, but then as you kind of go on, he kind of sees what's happening. He just kind of nods and he moves past you, pats you on your shoulder as he walks by, and he just kind of gives a quick, "Thank you, sir."
Sit back down.
And you finish your story. It takes you actually like about 2 minutes to get through that. As you finish, you kind of hear the whistle blow, and the wheels. You can hear the wheels begin to turn. The train is going. So it starts going.
I'm still waiting for somebody to pop up on the entryway so I can shoot them if they do.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
All right.
I'm still on guard.
I'm still waiting for someone to pop up in the entryway so I can...
You can dive for cover. All right. So here's what happens. So about maybe another minute passes. It's hard to tell. You can hear in the distance, maybe about like a car down. You can kind of hear some panicked screams. It's hard to hear over the sounds of the train going, but it sounds like there might be screams. And then you hear a couple of distinct muffled gunshots, and then that's when everybody in the car starts freaking out. And then Derek kind of looks at you, and then looks up at him, and he kind of clutches things. And
did you just hear some gunshots?
It wasn't the train.
Was there anything else, or just some gunshots?
Just gunshots?
That's all I heard was gunshots.
That's all I heard was gunshots.
Okay.
you can kind of hear some more shouting coming up.
Hard to hear.
You can't hear any shouting. You can hear shouting.
That's why it's like,
Oh,
That's right.
hear gunshot?
There's shouting, too. Lots of shouting.
All right. Which way is that coming from?
I just gotta look at it. Like,
You make me a notice, and you can make me a notice, but this is a hearing-based notice roll. So apply your
I'm not
appropriate
noticing
penalty.
anything. I'm really afraid right now.
Did you get 2 ones?
Yes.
You have no idea.
Fail. So
That actually kind of works out. All right. So you don't hear this,
Okay.
but basically from both sides on the car, there's a breaking of glass as two pairs of feet, one on either side of the car, come smashing in, and two people roll into the cabin.
Okay.
And we'll do a little initiative here. Oops. Okay. So yeah, let's do a little combat here.
Are the deck of cards out?
Yeah, they're both back.
Tidying. I need my own deck of cards.
Tidying up?
No, I need my own deck of cards.
Oh yeah, that's right. In the original Deadlands, original rules, the Huckster was so much fun to play because the way they did all their hexes was you'd get your cards and you get some bonus cards and you try and make a certain hand to make the spell go off. And you would need, so for summons you need like at least a minimum, like a pair of jacks or a high card or something like that.
Yeah.
So, my gosh, love these vintage looking cards you've got. All right, so did either one of you have anything that gives you a bonus card or nothing lower than a 5 or any of that? All right, so just straight up.
No, yeah, I don't have anything with that.
All right, so here we go. And that is going to be for Derek, and that is going to be for the bad guys, and they got a really crappy.
We were ready for them.
We were ready for them, and they did bust through a window. So they
kind of did announce their thing. So these two guys, they bust through, and they kind of roll, and they come up. They've got a pistol in one hand, and it looks like a tomahawk in the other. Make me, before you even do this, make me a notice check. And you're a veteran of the Weird West. I'm going to give you a +2 on that.
That's good. Gives me a 7.
7? 3. All right. The King Clubs, Joshua, you are first. You can act first.
Called shots to body parts are...
It's a minus depending upon the body part, but then it gives you some additional damage. I can tell you here real quick.
Well, shooting to disarm. That's what I was going for.
Shooting to disarm. All right.
I want to blow both his arms.
-4, I think.
Let's see.
Targeting weapon in hand or something.
I think targeting weapons exactly like targeting a vital, like a headshot. You get up in your seat, they hop in, you just kind of lean back, boo-boo, and their weapons are gone.
I'm going for it.
Whoops. Wrong car.
I want to say it's going to be a -4 to your die roll.
That's actually hard. I remember it being hard to find called shots.
Oh, here we go. Called shots, small target, attacks against small targets such as the heart of a vampire.
By the way.
Yeah, we're going to call this a small target.
I'm sorry if I roll a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I think Derek's here. I can see what's...
So it'll be -4 to your die roll.
Okay.
To hit it, but yes.
So, double draw.
Okay.
So, -4, -6.
Correct.
Yes.
Pistol.
Yes.
Wow. Good. Which is the first one.
Tomahawk.
You're shooting the tomahawk first?
Even roll.
Okay.
Woo! There's a 1.
All right. Ooh. Yeah, so which die is your skill die?
It's the 8.
The 8. This is my wild die.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, right. I got to remember. Okay. All right, so you're safe. Because it's only on the skill die if you get a 1.
Is that what it said?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It is only in the skill die. Receives, because it's a skill die regardless of what the wild die is. So if you're on your D8, if you had gotten a 1, which you were pretty close, by the way.
I think I want to make this happen.
All right.
Okay.
There's a 1 in the skill die, but you still get the better of the roll, so your first one still counts.
So you got 2.
Okay. So since
Well, wait a second. Actually,
You got a 2 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1.
so this technically
This is my better roll.
This is the better roll,
so I would get a 5
right?
to hit him, but because I rolled a 1, it would trigger
It would trigger the
Friend Serve of Death,
Yep.
which would shoot
an
ally.
me. Go ahead, shoot me.
Yeah, because right now you're now.
I'm sitting across from him. He's pulling out his gun. It goes off a little early.
And you might have been moving to shoot the other guy.
I'm not
got my line of fire.
moving to shoot. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh! You're going to kill Brad's character in the very first combat. This is hilarious.
-6 to shoot the pistol now.
Okay.
Don't roll another 1.
You just gunned him down. I mean, you're shooting through Brad to get to the guy. Oh my gosh.
So I stand up like, I need to get the pole.
Why did you stand up?
Oh, okay.
Well, he's supposed to roll the wound me.
You still have to roll the damage.
Okay, what's the blue one do again? I can understand shooting you once, but not twice.
It adds a d6, but you can spend a white Benny to re-roll, but...
That's all he's got left is that one.
Yeah.
You can do it to add a d6.
And re-roll.
No, it's either or.
Oh.
So you can either roll a d6 and add to what you got, or...
I'm going to spin this to avoid shooting him twice.
Alright, and that means I get to draw.
Okay.
But it was blue?
No, it's a blue.
Oh, it's a blue, that's right, because it's in the red. That's right, that's the color that changed. My bad.
Alright, so I miss.
Okay.
But, that's still going to be...
You let them know you have guns.
Two rounds of ammo.
Ow. So, how does wounding work?
Alright, so
Let's
you
do
got
that.
shot, so let's
So
roll.
much for kindness and mercy.
So roll the damage.
I think he's just...
And what is your toughness?
My toughness is 4.
4. Alright.
I mean, he's rolled 1 so much so far.
Right.
I mean,
He's
come on,
got
he's got
some
more 1s, right?
So this is 2d6 plus 2.
Okay. Oh, it's plus... Oh. Well, that's a 1.
Oh, there we go. That's not
I
bad.
mean, still beat it. I'm
6.
shaking.
So 6. So right now, you are shaking.
Because you add them together, right?
Yes, the damage roll you had together. So 6 points of damage, yes, you are shaken.
So it didn't wound you, but
No.
it grazed
Like,
you enough.
I'm like standing up and it goes right by my face. I'm like, oh!
There you are, you're shaken. And now you get to go, so go ahead and make that spirit roll, right? Or is this, yeah.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yep, because it is your turn.
Spirit roll. I'm good at that.
And you just need a 4 to...
I got 6.
Okay, so you can go ahead and move normally, and
Okay.
everything's wonderful.
I am going to get down low. Mm-hmm. And the cards are always in my hand. I'm going to cast Deflection on myself.
Okay.
Immediately. I am not going to spend power points. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Because that's what I intend to do most of the time. I need to get a pair or better.
Okay.
And I get to take 5, 6, 7 cards.
Go ahead and roll. I mean, I'm ready when you are.
It goes 5 cards plus 1 per point of grit. 5, 1, 2. Oh, that'll work. How about a straight?
Ooh,
Wow.
nice.
6 power points. Excess power points are lost.
Okay, well, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Does that give me a raise?
No, I think it just gives you... Well, if you can spend... I mean, does deflection... If you spend multiple power points...
No, if I hit it with a raise, it gives me something. But if I don't hit it with a raise... Yeah, or no, that's a flush. Because some of these say it spell goes off with a raise.
Right. Oh,
but it doesn't look like a straight that gives it. So
No.
just a bunch of power points.
Okay. So, yeah, so whatever it takes to cost...
Yeah, it's just 2. So
You
it's just
yeah.
cast it, yeah.
Okay.
And that makes it... all attack rolls against me are -2.
-2. Got it.
I was really worried there when none of them matched up. Ooh, that's not good.
You could have crouched down and you're looking at them? You're looking at the
Yeah.
attackers?
Yeah, as best
Okay.
I can crouch down.
All right. And Derek is sitting across from you,
Yeah.
and so he was next to you.
Yeah, it's next to him, yeah.
All right, so but you're both you're both not looking at Derek.
That is correct.
Okay. You peripheral wise, you kind of get the sense that he kind of turned to the side, and then he was doing something, but you don't know. But he turned to the side.
He's hiding his bag. That's what he's doing.
Possible.
Possibly.
That's very possible. All right, they are going to do something now.
See, I was trying to get that -2 up before you shot. Actually, it doesn't matter because they're automatic hits against me when you roll 1.
Yeah.
So,
As long as it doesn't happen while you're shaking.
yeah.
The first one would have shook you, and the next one would have done damage. So I'm glad I've spent my...
I have hard to kill too, so I get bonus on recovering from wounds. So,
Oh, yeah. So they're kind of both of them are they kind of get up. They kind of do like a quick glance back and forth around the car, but then they hear the gunshots go off. One of them turns and looks at you because it's very obvious because you right now are the only one with guns.
Yep, I'm still seated. I just...
Yep. And so he brings his gun to bear on you. The other one appears to still be looking for something. So he raises a pistol at you.
Yeah. So hopefully the guy behind me doesn't see my guns out because my back's to him.
Oh, are they on either side of us?
Yeah, we could draw it out here if you want. But the car, excuse me, town. Car kind of goes like this. It's maybe not necessarily that wide, but they like came in here and here, and you guys are probably like right in this area.
Oh, okay.
Here, like this.
Okay.
So you're facing them, and I'm crouched down, and I couldn't see them.
I was thinking I had one behind me and one in front of me.
But you have a seat there, right? Because you're still seated.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give him -2
Because of cover?
because of cover
And all the other people. One of them I probably hit.
Well, yeah, and everybody else is kind of like diving down.
Yes, you did. You did hit me. Close enough.
He kind of takes a shot, and it just like splinters on the seat, just kind of erupt right next to you as a bullet goes off. But he misses. All right, new round. I really may have to go and purchase a deck of these cards because they're just friggin' gorgeous. I love the Derek and okay. So Derek's first. You were sitting next to Derek, right?
No, he was sitting next to Derek. Derek is against the window across from me.
Okay, right. Okay.
I've got the
So
Odyssey.
Oh, I don't know. I can't believe I keep screwing this
So
up.
the way it is that's Brian.
Yeah.
That's Joshua. I am right here, and Derek would be right
There. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I put 4 out there. All right. So
Yeah, she did. After practically slapping you in the face.
She was nice enough to sit on my lap.
She was.
So Derek kind of you feel somebody tug you from behind, and a hand kind of reaches around in front and kind of like cups and kind of grabs where one of your hands is and like shoves something into there.
My sixth sense was going off the whole time Derek was here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So 2 things get shoved into your thing. One is a crumpled sheet of paper, and the other thing is the newspaper that he had been looking at. He also puts that in into your grip, and then after he does that, he stands up. Joshua.
All right. I'm going to, as I stand up, I'll glance over at Porter, who's crouching down. Like, stand up. I'll look over at Derek, kind of glance at while I'm doing the same glance. And I'll, sit down. And then I'll look at these two, and I'll be like, get off the dang train.
I'm glad I'm sitting down for this.
Oh my gosh, you did it again!
Different dice even.
Oh no!
Second shot. This is be at a -2.
No, that's a good roll. Nice. Oh.
So that's a 9 minus 2 is a 7.
7, which is just still a hit, no raise.
Right. So I got a
Hit on your
and a
friend.
hit.
Okay, all right. So there's something has changed, which makes this interesting. So roll a d6. On a 5 or a 6, you're actually going to hit Derek. You shoot Derek.
Derek's standing up as you're shooting.
It's like,
stand up, sit down.
oh my god, that's so great. This is a fantastic edge. I'm beginning to, or a hindrance. I'm beginning to enjoy.
Oh, you
this.
did +2 damage, or is it +2 damage? Is that where you got
Plus 1.
Oh, okay.
The guns do 2d6 plus 1.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh,
two.
right, because of what you are. All right, so do your damage on Derek first. 9. That is definitely going to cause him a wound.
Or damage with a raise.
Yeah, it's based off his toughness. And he kind of like drops down on one knee. Ah! And then you can go ahead and shoot the.
10.
10. Describe how you take him out.
Alright, so as I'm standing up, stand up, sit down, and then I'll fire at the other guy.
So was that mercy?
Yeah. Mercy. Kindness goes off.
These are the best named guns for you shooting your
Was it
friends.
kindness that shot him or mercy?
That was Mercy.
Oh,
Mercy! That looks like it hurts.
You could have named these guns better for what you are now doing to your friends.
Kill them with kindness.
kindness almost got me.
It's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Kindness will hit the one that came in with the... And since he's close to the window,
Okay.
I'm thinking the recoil will hit him enough that as he goes back from being hit, somewhere in the chest, he hits the window frame and just topples out of...
Right out the window?
The train.
Love it. All right, perfect. Yeah, he did, and that's exactly what happens. He just goes right out. Okay. So the other Sioux Raider sees that happen. He looks at you, and he says, "Got no quarrel with you. We just want him, the one you just shot." Derek is just kind of looking up at you, and then go ahead and you go now, and we'll wait till next round to determine how this shakes out.
I'm going to. I've been given this stuff. It's going in my inner coat pockets,
Okay.
so I have my hands free.
Free, right?
And I'm going to. I'm going to draw my weapon because
Okay.
that's an action, so I'm going to have it
All right,
ready.
ready to
I'm
go.
going to stay crouched. I'm not getting up. Are you kidding?
He's shooting everybody but the bad guys.
I know. Actually, I should hop over to the other side.
Oh, CC thinks I have hair triggers, so, I'm pulling it.
They're really sensitive weapons.
Oh, 3.
And Derek, and okay. All right. So Derek gets to go first. Derek kind of stands up, and he says, no. He kind of looks at you. I don't know why you shot me. He says, but it's okay. It's okay now. I can go with them. I don't want any trouble. I don't want anybody else getting hurt. The Sioux says, make me another notice roll, by the way, both of you.
Nine.
Okay. 4. This bandit or this raider, he is not Sioux. He is not a Sioux. Now you see it now that there's been a slight pause in the action. Not properly dressed. You just realize he spoke to you actually in pretty good English. His skin tone, it looks like it has been altered by dirt, mud. So he's nice. Derek says, I don't want anybody else getting hurt. It's okay. It's okay. The Sioux gets to go next. And he says, there's a lot more than me here, old man. I don't think you want to test us. If he wants to come, let him come.
Let him come.
And he looks like he's ready just in case you decide to test his mettle. And Derek is kind of trying to move through and get up there.
Ow.
But he doesn't get too far.
And you're saying let him go?
Yeah. I don't want to be shot.
All right. I'll do a flourish.
Mm-hmm.
To put the guns away.
Good choice.
And I'll, as my coat's still pulled back, the tomahawk hanging from my belt.
He looks at it, and then, it clinches the deal here for you. He doesn't even look at it with what you should expect him to look at it with. Mm-hmm. He just okay, whatever, nice axe.
Gotcha.
So, are you going to try and do anything or are you going to let him go?
I'm not stopping him. No.
Okay.
I was going to try to shoot him before he got off the train, shoot him in the back.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right. So, Derek comes up, and he kind of takes him like this. The train's still moving, by the way. Mm-hmm. But he's got the guns. All the other passengers are kind of they're cowered down. He gets to the door. He kind of jostles Derek, but he's like, "Open the door."
Derek, I told you to get down.
All right, let's card this one out because we moved a little bit here. Oh, look at that! Yeah, go for it. He does have, it's going to be a -2 because he's got covered by Derek.
So is there special dueling rules? Do we need to do that right now?
No, this isn't the showdown.
Okay. Yeah, this is just straight up shoot.
I'm just using the quick draw since I put him away to get him out. And
1.
Now you're nervous, aren't you? You don't want to give another one.
I'm just like, do I do one or do I do both? And I'm thinking I'll do both, but I'll only fire with the one. That way the other one's out.
Okay. Makes sense.
6.
6 -2 is going to be 4, and that is a hit.
Wait.
Target number 4.
No, it should be just a 6, shouldn't it?
He had cover.
He has Derek.
Oh, he's cover. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, he has cover with Derek.
Oh, nice roll.
Oh, boy.
Damage doesn't.
It doesn't?
I don't think
I
so.
thought it did.
I don't think
How
damage
much-
explodes in this.
It's gotta explode.
Well, it's an 11 if it doesn't.
It's an 11 if it doesn't explode. All right. Well, you looked that up, Brad. That is actually enough to take him down. So yeah, describe this one then, too.
So the train jostles Derek just enough that he pulls away from the wannabe Sue. And I'll peg him just below the throat in the chest, which will knock him back into the door to leave a nice splat as he slides down.
Nice. All right.
And then I'll be getting ready to look out the window since I'm standing up now.
We haven't hit the jokers yet. This is interesting.
Yeah.
So Derek kind of gets up, and he kind of looks. And he kind of looks back behind him where the door is, and looks down at the body, and he says to you, he goes, "He wasn't lying. There's more. Look, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I can go with them, and it'll be okay." And then he looks over at Porter when he says that.
By the way, damage does explode.
It does?
If they don't have the wild die. I was thinking that was the difference.
All right.
It does explode. Yeah.
Oh, so how much more damage do you do? Ooh,
Would have been 15.
You definitely killed him for sure. Then.
Well, Derek, before you go, if you're going to walk out that door, I can't stop you. But you got to know, these ain't Sue.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. He kind of looks at you.
And when I say that, I'll say it again for the passengers. These ain't Sue.
He kind of slides the door open, and he kind of like walks out and shuts it behind. All right, so he leaves. The other passengers are kind of like looking around. They're not sure. They're looking to you now because
I'll put the guns away and
we okay?
go over and look at the corpse. Any other identifiers on him of who he might be?
Make me a notice. Well,
See another 1 over there.
8. There. He looks. He's an Anglo.
Okay.
He looks like he's got a really poorly made Sioux costume, or possibly, if it's not a costume, then it's something that he got from a dead Sioux. As far as any sort of distinguishing characteristics, looks like he's got a small cut underneath his left eye, just above that cheekbone part of it. Doesn't look like it's like a tattoo or anything like that. He probably just got cut. The only other thing he's got, his eyes are brown.
Okay. Then.
And he's missing the upper half of his ring finger on his right hand.
All right.
So it just goes up to that first knuckle.
Slide open the door.
All right, you toss it out. What are you doing, Porter?
I'm going to read the note, which I obviously did.
Okay.
And I'm going to stuff it back into my pocket.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... I'm staying crouched down this whole time.
All right.
So it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I'm going to open up the front, kind of see. First off, is it more than just the newspaper, or is it the newspaper? That's what I'm...
It's a little bit of both.
Okay, well then I'm not going to unroll it, and I'm going to keep it in there.
Okay.
In my pocket. And then I'm going to sit back down.
All right. Okay, so you're not going to check out the paper?
No. Not until... Because there's people sitting right over there.
Okay.
I'm not going to...
All right. Within about a minute, or not a minute, within about 5 minutes, the conductor comes back in, and he looks a little... his hat is gone, his sweat, so his hair's all messed up. He's got a handkerchief, and he's kind of got it up against his neck. And you kind of see him do this. He's like, everyone, we're okay. The train has not stopped. Bandits, they all got off, but we're fine. Everything's fine. It just we'll be at Worthington hopefully in about another hour and a half. The rail company's happy to open up the bar free of charge just to help calm your nerves. But everything's okay. And then you hear a woman say, "What about that man who they were going after?" He left of his own free will. Got off okay. I don't know much more than that, ma'am. I can't really say anything more than that. But by all means, please just stay in your seats. We should be. Came out okay on this one. Things could have been a lot worse with them Sue. Oh, he said they weren't Sue. I don't know anything about that, but I got to go talk to the other car up ahead. He kind of works his way through. They weren't Sue, right? Are you sure about that, mister? Sue. How do you know? How did you know they weren't Sue?
All right. You got into a whole can of worms.
Let me give myself a bottle so I can wet my whistle here, and I'll tell you a story about how Sue...
Sue differ from men with mud on their face.
So you're going to whip out another tail on them all?
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well make a persuasion roll here. That'd be a 6, and if I'm telling it to a crowd for that, it'd be +2, so 8. Ooh.
Pretty good. You kind of, like you did before, kind of got them all. You have this way about you, Joshua, and you start talking, and it's either the tone of their voice or the words you choose to use, but you get them all calmed down, and they're listening to you. And while they may not be completely calm, they do have every reason to believe that these people weren't Sue. So.
And I'll add at the end that if they enjoyed the story and they're appreciative of it, I'll put my hat on the bar. I'm just doing that.
Throw in a couple of coins when they go up to get one of their complimentary drinks. Somebody does ask you though. So if they weren't Sue, well then what do you think they are then? Why would they do that?
Who knows why they would do it? Maybe they just didn't want their real identities known, and a lot of people could put on the facade of the Sioux in order to maybe scare people. Masked man showing up with a bandana over his face wouldn't have quite the same effect.
All right.
I guess that's only between them and Derek.
Yeah.
Seemed to be a nice fella. He just shoot him. He just wouldn't stay down.
He just wouldn't stay down.
He didn't shoot him. You could have left that part out. No! Everyone now knows you shot him.
Everybody saw me shoot him.
Well, they probably heard the gunshot but didn't realize you actually shot him.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was low.
It was a mercy.
I thought you were just showing him kindness.
No, I showed the other fella kindness.
Yeah, they showed me. I don't get mercy.
Okay, so the train continues on. Are you going to look in the newspaper at all at any point in time?
So are there people... Okay, so it's us two now sitting in these two.
It's just you two in the chairs.
Are there people across from me? Because there's the aisle, and then I'm assuming there's another 4 seats there.
Yeah, I mean, there's the central walkway, so they're across from you.
Across the walkway?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be sitting across from you.
Oh, not anymore?
Free bar.
Oh, yeah, you're gone. Yeah, sure. I will, kind of lean up against the wall so that when I open the newspaper, it's blocking the view.
Okay. All right, so as you unfold it, a leather, kind of like a little small flip pouch, you kind of fold the paper open, it falls into your lap. There's cash in there.
A lot? Just at a glance?
At a glance, yes.
Okay. Is there anything else in there?
No.
Hey, Porter.
Yes.
Free drinks. If we get to town and I'm not me, could you grab my horse?
That horse.
He didn't even wait for confirmation.
No.
I'm gonna go get those drinks.
Gonna go get the drink. All right. So you unfold the paper.
Okay.
The leather pouch falls out,
Right.
and then it is it's open up to that page, and you can scroll up and down. I don't think you can zoom in anymore. You might be able to. You may have to open it in Acrobat. If you want to make a notice roll, I can. Or if you want to have the fun of trying to find it yourself.
Give me a sec here.
Okay.
A lot of this is too small. I'm not going to be able to read it.
It is
so.
very small print, and I can't apologize for that because the paper was printed in the 1800s. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to make a notice roll.
All right, make that notice roll.
Oh, that's good. 8.
8. Woo! All right. One of the articles in here catches your attention, and it's the one entitled "Shrouded in Mystery."
Is that the burial ground one?
Yes. And I can read you the selected passage here.
Sure.
All right. Talks a little bit about Indian burial grounds and who were these mound builders. But then it goes on to ethnology has worked in this problem for the last 20 years with great energy and earnestness. And then a little subsection, a little subpart of this article says, finding skeleton of giant. The work has been thoroughly done and leaves no room for doubt as to the accuracy of its results. It has utterly exploded old theories as to a more ancient race of superior civilization which was imagined to have been responsible for the creation of the monuments in question. It has been demonstrated that the objects yielded by the tumul, which are not of unmistakably Indian manufacture, were obtained from the whites. Major Powell, who was for many years in charge of the Geological Survey, has said that this investigation was as much of a blind study as the original efforts to decipher the inscriptions upon the stone wonders of ancient Egypt. Okay, here we go. So, one of the quiet students of the survey says the most interesting works of the mound builders are the so-called effigy mounds, representing birds and many kinds of mammals, which are confined almost wholly to Wisconsin and small parts of Iowa, or a small part of Iowa. The whole of the valley of Prairie du Chien Township is dotted with these ancient animals in droves, all heading to the southwest like the river. They are enduring evidence of a dense population and a long occupancy in past time. Some of the birds have spread of 250 feet from wingtip to wingtip. Okay, so this is the part that catches your attention, though. It is a matter of official record that in digging through a mound in Iowa, the scientists found the skeleton of a giant who, judging from neutral measurement, must have stood 7 feet 6 inches tall and alive. The bones crumbled to dust when exposed to the air. Around the neck was a collar of bear's teeth, and across the thighs were dozens of small copper bends which may have once adorned a hunting skirt, the latter which formed by rolling slender wire-like stripe of metal into little rings. One skull obtained from a mound in Alabama was completely filled with small shells. So
we found a skeleton of a giant in one.
The article basically says that a skeleton of a giant was found and supposedly crumbled to dust upon its discovery. That's kind of what, based upon what was written on the note, that's kind of what caught your attention. So, the remainder of the train ride goes off without much incident, assuming that you're not some sort of crazy drunk.
No.
You just kind of get...
I'm a happy, sleepy drunk.
Happy, sleepy drunk, kind of quiet in your cups there. All right. That's fair. So, eventually, the train begins to slow.
More trees on the tracks.
What's that?
More trees on the tracks.
Nope, you're rolling into town. Well, slightly after... Sometime after 6, because of the delay, you roll into the town of Worthington. Conductor comes through. He's kind of patched himself up, got his hair back in order, got his hat back on. All right, folks, we're at Worthington. Right. Everyone for Worthington, time to get off. The rest of you, you're welcome to also step off as well. We'll probably break here for an hour as we unload some of the cargo. But then we'll be back on sharp. You can hopefully back on schedule checks his little pocket watch. Let's say 7:15. 7:15 to get back on the train. Other than that, all off board. He walks off the train. Or goes into the next car.
With his little chuckle.
Yeah.
So what you thinking, Porter?
I'm thinking I need a room. It's getting kind of late.
Yes, indeed.
And a hot bath.
Do they have hot baths working? Let's find out.
Let's find out. As you step off, so have you been drinking pretty solid?
Open bar, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not walking straight.
All right. Make me a notice roll. You can make yours at
-6.
Let's go -4.
I am on edge right now. I just rolled a 10.
Woo! 1.
I got a 4, so actually a 0.
0. You're looking around. You step. I'm assuming you're getting off the train.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Do I need to support you? Do I need to support you as you're walking?
You need to get my horse.
You are making your way over to the animal car.
I'm making my way over to the animal
As
car.
he's kind of just leaning up against the train or against a post at the station. You see a man. Or you see a few people like this, holding the cards. You know, they're like looking they're looking for names of people. You see one though. He's kind of walking around, and it's a sign that says Ingersoll on it. But you get to the animal car.
Nah, hold on. I slow.
Okay.
Nah, it's common knowledge. All right, I'm going to talk to him.
All right. Oh,
Are you looking for Derek?
yeah. Are you Mr. Ingersoll?
No. Derek couldn't make it.
Oh, you couldn't make the train.
No. He sent me to... He told me, because he got held up in town, and he told me to come to get you.
Oh, so he... Okay. Gregory Thomas.
Or Holt.
All right, Mr. Holt. Nice to meet you. Well, I've been following Mr. Ingersoll's instructions. I'm sure he made you aware of that. Everything seems right now to be on up and up.
Are you sure?
Well, save for one person.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I saw. I don't know if he fits the profile of what. Well, I guess what you and Mr. Ingersoll were looking for, but he looked like he wasn't from around the area in the sense that he had kind of on a longer coat, a lot of buttons on it, a little dirty. He had a couple of cowpokes with him,
Oh, yeah.
but a blonde hair man had kind of greased back, I believe. Yep, greased back, blonde hair. Coat, white was his coat. Well, at least it looked like it would be white once it went through a good washing. But anyway,
So what other things did you do? I need to make sure. Derek wanted me to make sure he followed every single step.
yes. Well, okay, I did. Should we go talk somewhere else?
Right. I have a companion with me.
Okay. All right.
And,
Good.
He's my protection.
All right then.
So I need to get his horse.
Okay, and I only got the one room when that was for Mr. Ingersoll, so I hope you don't mind sharing.
That'll be fine.
Okay, all right, good. There's not a lot of places to stay in this town.
No, there's not.
I'm very sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, if you
Why don't we? I'll get the horse, and we will. Where are we staying?
Tabby's Saloon.
Deb's. Okay.
Tabby's. Yep. There's only 2 saloons in town, so you can't miss it. It's right down there on Main Street.
Awesome. Great. And so, do you have a key or?
Yeah. I'm sorry. No, room 4, up on the upper balcony. I'll be there. I'll wait till you arrive, and then we can continue our discussions.
Absolutely.
There. Are you hungry? Then
Sure.
all right.
It was a long ride.
Yes. But everything went good.
Not as good as we'd like, but we'll discuss that later.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Excellent. Okay, well then, so I'll meet you at room 4, Tabby Saloon. It's on the upper level. You want to get your companion, and then I'll just I'll meet you there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna get the horse.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll get the horse.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back to you. I'm assuming you're still leaning on the post, possibly snoozing.
Yep.
I'm going to slap him.
I'll be leaning on the horse now.
I'm going to slap you. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah.
Are you awake now?
Enough.
We have, I have something I would like your help with.
I don't think I'm up for a card game tonight.
No. Although there may be some bluffing involved. So you remember Derek? Okay, so we've got the horse. We're gonna kind of mosey nice and slow.
Absolutely.
Derek had some things on him, lots of things that he gave me before he gave himself up.
Wait, he gave you stuff?
He gave me. And I'm not lying about this either. I did not rifle his pack or anything like that.
Okay.
I mean, why would I take his... I'm pulling out the newspaper. Why would I take the newspaper, for Pete's sake? So, he gave me this.
Okay.
And then, I'm going to sidle up next to him and open up the pouch. And then put it back inside my pocket there.
Okay.
Did that sober you up a little?
Doing my best to sober up here.
They have coffee, right?
They probably will have
I
coffee.
think we can get some coffee. As I was going to get your horse, which I did for you, see?
Mm-hmm. I'm leaning on it.
Yeah.
Definitely the right one.
Someone's waiting for Derek.
Told you I got this horse, right?
Yes, you did. 7 times. In 2 weeks.
I like this horse.
I know. So as I was going to get your very nice horse, someone was waiting for Derek with one of those little cards. You've seen those, right? They stand outside and it says Mr. Ingersoll on it, and like, hey.
I haven't seen that particular card, but I have seen cards before.
So I said I said that I came in place of Derek. And
well, this is not like you at all, Porter. I'll slap him on the back. I like it. Ow!
Careful.
Somebody shooting at you a little bit, and you start just
cowering. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
cowering.
So
next you'll be carrying a gun.
Yeah. Take off my hat. It's got a little
next you'll be carrying a gun. I wouldn't say that little thing's a gun.
It shoots fine. Anyways, I said we're here for Derek, place of Derek, and he's got us a room at a saloon, and he's going to give us the rundown.
Okay, so you don't rifle through somebody's pockets.
I did not.
And then you do not tell the truth about who you are so that we could stay here free of charge.
And
wow.
And find the giants. You do know why I'm out here, right?
To make your own story.
That's right.
All right, let's go make you a story.
That's right.
I'm gonna find a water trough.
Okay.
Take off my hat.
All right.
Dunk my head a little bit.
Okay.
Slick back my hair. Put my hat back on. Start to mosey the best I can, leaning on the horse.
All right. It doesn't take you long to find Tabby's. Yep, there's 2 saloons in Worthington. It's not a big town. They're on either side of the street, so that makes it very easy to find it. It's starting to get a little not rowdy in here by any means, but it's certainly crowded. There's plenty of people here. People are eating. People are enjoying themselves. They're drinking. Some people are playing cards, music. Some people are dancing.
2 of our vices right there.
Food's looking good to me.
Oh, we've got food coming.
Good.
You can easily, there's a stairway, there's an upper balcony.
Yeah, let's head up there.
Okay.
Figure out what we're going to do.
Yep. Door opens up. Oh, yes. Porter, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Holt.
That's correct.
Yeah. Oh, this is your protection.
Yes. This is Joshua.
Howdy.
Hi, howdy. Nice to meet you.
I'll just look at his hand.
Gregory Thomas.
So I wanted you to give me the rundown of what you did to make sure we followed every single step here.
Right. Yeah. So here's what happened.
Okay.
Like I said, I followed Mr. Ingersoll's instructions to see if there's anybody, suspicious or shady around town. And I have to say, in a town this size, it was a little bit more difficult than I thought it might be. But to be honest, most of the people that came passing through town were, they all looked suspicious at first, but then they seemed to kind of have a bit of a uniform appearance about them, I guess might be the best words I could put on that. So that eliminated them as being suspicious. Now, then I saw the person, I don't know what his name is, but
the one with the
I called him, yes, we'll call him, I kind of came to calling him Blonde Coat, because he had blonde hair and he had the long white coat, which didn't stay white for long.
Right.
And like I said, he had a couple of cowpokes with him on either side. Most of the times that I saw him, he was fond of keeping his hair pulled back, a lot of grease in that. He did occasionally wear a pair of spectacles, which I think were more of an affectation than a necessity.
All right.
Some folks do like to do that.
Indeed. On top of that, I did kind of poke around a little bit, and I learned that Mr. Blonde Coat,
yes,
was looking for. He's been kind of asking around for a guide to take him to Part Southwest. Now, I don't know what that means in particular for you or Mr. Ingersoll. I'm not privy to that information, but I felt that it would be pertinent to the two of you. But other than that, that's about all I know. Now, they're Part Southwest into Iowa territory, to be more specific. I'm sorry, Mr. Holt. I forgot about that detail. Please forgive me.
That's okay.
They are staying across the street in the other saloon.
Did you choose this saloon because of that?
No, that just happened to be a fortunate accident in that case. And that, sir, is all I know. There's a knock at the door. I think that probably is the food.
I'll get it.
Okay. There's a woman and a man standing there, and they've got kind of like two trays. Just you ordered the meal here?
And, sir?
Kind of walk it on in and just kind of set it down. The room is actually pretty nice. The Tabby's isn't too bad. It's certainly not ornate by any means, but it is functional and appears to be comfortable. Saloon rooms go. They kind of they put their stuff down and they walk. Oh, thank you most kindly,
Ma'am, sir.
Thank you. He walks out. They shut the door behind him.
Thanks for enjoying this issue of Deadlands Dime Novels, The Adventures of Young and Holt. Tune in next time for issue number 2, Lies, Money, and the Open Trail, where Young and Holt make their way around Worthington, play some rather high-stakes poker, leave town with a new friend, and run afoul of some nighttime shenanigans. Deadlands and Savage Worlds are property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Learn more about their great games at their website, peginc.com. And of course, thanks always to our friends at Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. Over there, you can get a bit more insight into our beloved Marshall's mind, and a lot more, if that pleases you. I'm Ernest Wick for the Tombstone Epitaph. And remember, light and darkness are in an eternal struggle. Just make sure you know which side you're on.